Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Meet again with me, 𝙤𝙑𝙗𝙗𝙗.
And me, 𝙤𝙪𝙘𝙗𝙗𝙗.
Okay, we are in podcast MIMNU Pucang Mister Nazaket. Today we have a guest, right, Ranu?
Yes.
Okay, we say hello first. Hello.
Hello.
Mister.
Hello.
Would you introduce yourself?
My name is MIMNU Nazaket. You can call me Nazaket. I'm from Pakistan. I have done postgraduate from England, from UK. So now I'm here. I'm working as an English teacher.
Okay. Before we discuss about our topic, but let me know about Mister Nazaket. Okay. How have you been in Indonesia? I mean, like that.
Yeah. Actually, I came here as a business visa, and I just visited some areas like Bali, like Malang. So I really appreciate and I'm very happy its environment. And second is I love weather.
Okay.
Because his weather is so nice, you don't need to wear jacket. So I love weather because two weather here, raining or it's little bit hot. So I love your country, and that's why I'm now staying here.
How long have you had the profession of teaching?
Oh, I have been more than 10 years experience as an English teacher.
Okay, talk about your education maybe.
Yeah, I have more than actually. I'm familiar to teach students like Cambridge, and I had also experience from Jakarta. There have many schools, so I have very good experience from here, especially in here in Surabaya. Every school needed as a native speaker to build up your nation, build up your kids, grow up your kids, and they want to speak, they want to go out, and I think if not today but tomorrow, everything will be fine, and your kids, your nation become a very good English speaker. So I hope everything will be fine.
I agree.
Okay, what about become a native speaker? How is it? Is it difficult for you to speak with another student in another country because it's a different language, right?
Yeah, of course. Actually, you need to know first. Actually, you're not only a teacher. You are also as a father.
Yes.
You need to know how. If you are in Indonesia, like when I have starting the teaching here, I just want to know is students' behavior, how they react, and how you want to teach them. I want to know first students what they want it, what they like it. You need to grow up first. Basically, English, as a fun. If you teach your students as a fun, they can enjoy, they can love language English. So we need to know about students, we need to know what they want it, and we need to know what we are going to teach. Because you are in a different country, you are not in your native country. So I think we can do, and that's why we are trying here.
Done? Okay, what about now our topic today is talk about how to make the student confident in speaking English. Okay, Mister Nazaket, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how you have a step to make our students
it's
have a
very
confidence.
good question, and because main thing in language speaking, how your students, you bring confidence, he come and he want to speak, he want to say. Main thing is, first of all, you need to know about your students. And second thing is, you are try to find a talent. Every students have different mentality, different thoughts. We need to know, we are focused on your kids or your students, and you just try to first build up their interest. If they become interest to listen your English, If they are interested to listen or speak English, you just need to know about them. Like I had experience when I started my class, English class, you call every student, bring on the stage, and you just tell them, introduce yourself. When you ask them, can I have your name? What is your name? What is your favorite subject? And when this is the first step, if you want to bring your students confidence and they want to speak, first of all, you need to start in your class. I think first step is that one. Second step is that you teach as fun. Don't need to burden your students. If you put burden, they run away. They don't like your subject. So we need to understand students. We teach less, but we teach very well. And then practice, because practice makes the perfect. So I think we need to, first of all, if you want to bring your students confidence, they are going to speak. You are first in class. You give chance to every student to speak. You bring them stage and tell them to speak whatever they are going to say. Even they say wrong, don't worry. Just listen, because this is not your first language. English is here like a second language. So I think we are trying, and I hope next few months you will see a good result.
You say that every student have many kind of mentality. What do you mean about that? Can you give us example like this?
What is this?
You say that every student have many kind of mentality, right? So please tell us and give example.
Yes, actually, as an English teacher, you need to be superior in grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation. Every student emulate how their teacher pronounce words. So your impact is very significant for your students. Like an English teacher should be able to assess the students, know their strengths and weaknesses. This is only possible when you focus on your students. Because if we know students' weaknesses and strengths, then you can find easily. Then you can make a group. You need to it's like who are weakness students. You make a group with the good students who are intelligent, who they want to speak. So we need to make a group, and then you give them project. You give them chance to speak. So I hope, and because you just need to know, even if you are in Indonesia, here is definitely students, when they go back to home, they cannot speak English. Their parents cannot speak English. So we have big chance in school, and we build up students' confidence. So we are doing now, and I hope, inshallah, everything will be fine.
Okay. So what do you think is the key to have good English?
What's the good English? Yeah, same like you. When I came here, I asked you a question. You said, yes, I have confidence. Why? Because of your mother. Your mother forced me, right?
Yes.
Because your mother know my son can speak English. This is a main important point. Especially I just want to tell here, it's a very good point. See, this is my hand. This is 5 fingers. Every student face 5 things. Number 1, student. What he wanted. What he like, we need to know. Number 2, parents. And number 3, teachers, like us. Number 4 is friends. And number 5, environment. So if you have 5 things, you're facing 5 things, is very well, very good. You are even that student tomorrow become a doctor, become an engineer, become a pilot and professor. And so main thing is, student, we need to know what he has strengths. Like he already gave example, my mother forced me, you can speak. Now you are standing in front of us. Same things we need to know what your student wanted. That I already repeated many times. So I think it's main skills, you want it only for teacher and parents. They are going to open eyes because you are the future Indonesia. So we need to know how build up this country, how your nation, even tomorrow you become a good speaker. So inshallah, we do, inshallah, everything will be fine.
Okay, you said that important thing is from the teacher and also from the parents, right? So we have to collaborate it to make our student, to make our children, that they can improve themselves to speaking English, right? So it means we have to work together with the parents to support that one.
Yes, I had a very good experience. This coming from communication. We need to have a good communication between teachers, students, and parents. That's very important. Because your student here in class, maybe morning 7 to 12 or 1 o'clock. And after they're going back to home. So the meaning is that we need to be make a strong relationship, strong communication to each other. And when like after 1 month or 2 months, we need to call them, we need to be talk to each other, and we need to be discuss front of students. This is very important because you that time you have time to ask your students. And then if you have good communication with your student and with your teacher, I think you will get many things. So we need to make a strong communication to each other, especially between parents, students and teachers.
Okay, what about if we found that our student is shy? Usually the problem is they shy to speaking English. Usually they doesn't have a social community. They just keep silent in the class and then they just eat by himself. What is it? You can give us suggestion. How do we to make them to improve their English?
That is a very good question.
Yeah.
And I had meeting with one of the school head. His name Russell William. He's from England, from UK. I asked question, Sir Russell William, what is your golden rule in the class? So he replied, my golden rule in the class is fun. Like if you teach English to your students with fun, they will enjoy. Like they will entertain. You need to show this English like this is a fun. Don't be burdened. Because they're thinking how we can speak. Because they don't have words. How they can become, they want to speak when they find words. When they are interested to talk. They want to be a talk, they want to be speak. So what's the reason? We need to be teach as a fun. Don't need to be burdened. Just make them interesting. When you give them space, when you give them just less lesson and give them chance and bring them on stage and tell them to introduce yourself. That is first stage, which one I already repeated. So now we have time to be who people they are. Even this is my class rules, instructions for students. First my class, my rule, don't be shy. If you have any question, you have to ask. Even you ask wrong, even you speak wrong. But when they ask a question, it means they are going to speak. So we just need to teach them as a fun. So I think that's the very best way.
Ranu, maybe? Okay. One of the problem here is not just shy, usually brief, because they not use English in their environment. I mean, in their house. How do we to make them brief in order they try to compete to speak in English, even though it's really difficult because not all the students get improve speaking English well and fluently, right? How the way to make them brave and then also fluently in speaking in English for the student. Do you can give suggestion, Mr. Nazaket?
Yeah. Actually, I want to talk. It's very important. If we are here in Indonesia and we are going to teach students, first of all, if we use an accent like a British accent, and then it's very less student can understand. So we need to tell them, like today is a British cartoon, this cartoon named Peter Pan.
Yes.
So I just advise them, when you go home, you watch at least 15-20 minutes every day.
At least 20.
Yeah, at least
15.
like
20 or 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, of course.
I see.
But it's I think 15-20 minutes, because this is a fun. I just already explained. English is a fun. Just give them 15-20 minutes enough. If they watch cartoon like a Peter Pan, they speak with English, British accent.
Yeah.
So I think it's very good for them.
Okay. What about your experience that in your country, in your own country, how the way to make you are from Pakistan, right? So the action and the speaking is different, and then how your experience to make maybe the student over there to speak in English well.
When I finish my study, that time I don't have any idea I become a teacher, but my friends who describe me, they said, you want to speak, you want to talk, because I'm talking too much, and I think this feels so good for me. I want to speak, I want to talk, I want to convey my message, and if you want to speak and if you want to say many things, so you have to go or find choose your profession as a teacher. So that's very good for me, and also good for students, because if you have passion, if you love to speak, if you love to teach, I think you can find out many ways. And especially from my country, I have more than 10 years experience, but we teach all students with local syllabus. But here, your mostly school, they have a Cambridge curriculum. So this is very good for students. And we are going to be learned, because we are also students. We are learning. But we need to bring up all students. We are going to put them and give them confidence. Yes, you have to talk. You have to say something. Because you want to become a doctor, you want to become an engineer, you want to become a speaker. How is possible? When you come front of your students, front of your friends, you just speak. But we need to build up that confidence. When you tell them, when you put them, you can do. You can speak. Even you're wrong, but you speak. Same like this student with us. Like her mother forced him to speak. And now, mashallah, he's speaking very well. So I appreciate his mother, who found my son can speak, so he can speak. So we all parents need it to know their kids what they wanted. We just need to learn our kids, our future. We need to think about our future. I hope we all be serious about our kids, about our future. So thank you so much for having all questions. And if you have any question, you ask me again.
Okay, Rano?
So what would your advice be to parents who are potentially watching this?
Actually, you don't need any advice. You are a very good student. You just follow. You just follow yourself. If you just think you have passion, you want to speak, you want to become a good motivation speaker. Yes, no. And you can change the world. You become a role model for other students, in your country. So just follow yourself. Okay?
give suggestion or advice for the parents that already watching our podcast today, how the way to make their son or daughter is have a confidence in speaking English.
Actually, first of all, we all know, because your students or your kids, they don't know about anything. You need to become interested. Interesting means like stories. First of all, if you are interested anything, like if your kid want to play game, let them to play. If they want to study, let them to study. Just give them space, and you try to find what things he like, what things he don't like. And my belief, I give you a very good example. First 7 years, if you have kids or children or students, first 7 years, your children become a king, you are a servant. Just listen to him. Like your kid, a king, and you are a servant. You listen everything. And after 7 years to 14 years, now its situation is changed. You become like a king, and your kid like your servant. Because that's very important time, like between 7 to 14 years. And from 14 years to 21 years, you try to close to your kids, because now your kids want to say something. They want to say many things. So if you are not friend, like parents should be friend with kids. They want to say everything with you. If you are not familiar with them, they want to speak outside people, So what is the important thing? We need to know what is our kids wanted. We just need to open eyes. This is not a big deal. This is psyche. We just need to learn little bits about psychologists. So if we know, I think everything is possible. We just need to be built up. You need to bring interesting. If they don't like, you have to give them all good points. Like you want to be, he bring to interesting. You just see, we have one example. Yes, now he said my mother force. So this is very good example. If you know your kids, he want to become a doctor, or he want to become a professor, or he want to become an engineer. Yes, no.
Yes.
Students,
Yes.
they are kids. They don't know about anything. Yes, no. But them act showing everything. And who try to find? We, teacher and parents. We have a very big responsibility to find a talent in your kids or in your students. So I hope we will do, and we all are responsible. We are responsible. We try 100% best for everyone, inshallah.
Ranu? Okay, should we give a reward for the student who have a confidence in speaking English? What do you think?
Yeah, of course.
Reward. We talk about reward, that we have a student that have a self-confidence in speaking English. Should we give a reward?
Yeah. I have actually, I just had experience in my class. Our students, they don't want to speak. They are shy, So I just told them, I will call you later. And now you just focus, just see your friends who come on the stage and giving answer. You just watch, and after you come on the stage and you have to answer. And they're done, because they see, like a practice. You need to make a practice. If you practice like in your class, like if you have some events, you bring up all your students and involve them. When they are busy, like I have many students, they are going to speak, they want to be speak, or they want to be speak to audience. Bring them all who have interest. Yes, no, just give them time. You don't need to be forced. We just give time, because if you are continue like I'm doing, when I enter in the class and I call to all, come the stage and introduce yourself. So I think first stage we have to do. So I think it's nothing left in the moment.
I see. Ranu, you have a question?
Yeah, thank you.
Ranu?
No.
Okay. So you can conclude our topic today. How you can make a conclusion that we have talked from the first until the end.
Yeah. That's actually when I came here in the school, have very good environment, and I saw here your school providing all facilities, very good for students and good for also teachers, and also good for parents who want to send like kids to the school, So in the moment, we just provide a good environment. If we have good environment, even everyone bring up, like grow up. So we are also need to grow up. We are teacher, and students also need to grow up. We need our environment. So we have here. So I think everything's okay.
Okay. Ranu, you want to conclude for our topic today?
Just speak loudly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, actually, how to make our student have a confidence in speaking English? I mean, the main point is they should be brave. They are not shy, and also they try to speak up. And then don't forget to have a collaborated, right, with also the parents and also student and also the teacher. I think all of them have a big chance to make them to speak up in English. I think like that, right, Mr. Muhammad Nazaket?
Yes. Actually, in the class, when student is in the school, they speak English, but definitely when they go back home, their parents cannot speak English.
Okay, the last, please give suggestion for the student, for the teacher, and also for the parents to support them.
Yeah, of course. Actually, I already I throw my words like a communication, like between three things, like three teachers, students, and parents. There are things we need. If we have a good communication to each other, and then it's possible. Parents, definitely, they only responsible to look after his kids, and what is his timetable, what time he's like I want to play, what is have homework. They just focus students, he's doing homework very well. And if they cannot speak English, at least they give them chance to watch dramas or movies or cartoon, like English cartoons. They need to be here, they need to be watched every day. And because this is my belief, it's everyone know, if you want to become a good speaker, first you need to be a good listener. If you are a good listener, you become a good speaker. So you need to be, parents especially, they put interest kids to watch or English dramas or movies, and this is focused on the home. This need to be a check is homework complete. Number second, they check like every day. If they cannot speak English, at least they give them chance to watch drama or movies or cartoons in English. So I think this is enough for them, because don't need to be burdened. English, I already told you, English is a fun. Don't need to be burdened. Just give space. Just give chance and time.
Okay, enough. Okay, that suggestion for English and also student and also for the parents, that if they want their children or their student have a self-confidence to speak in English. I think, for our podcast today from MIMNU Pucang Mister Nazaket, we have a close today. you want to say goodbye, Mr. Nazaket?
Yes, actually, you know what? This is very interesting. If you don't have words, how you speak? Yes? First, you need knowledge. When you get knowledge, when you are interesting to get knowledge, how you become interesting? When your teacher and your parents show them, even sometimes force them to be, you have to watch like an English drama, all movies, or like a teacher, if you are in the class, you have to speak, you have to give them chance. So when you don't have words, like a student don't have words, they are shy, they don't want to say anything. You need to bring up first, they love English. If they love English, like you are English teacher, and you give them less, lesson, not too much, and give them chance to speak. I think it's more chances in the class, not in the home, because parents cannot speak English. So we are all responsible, and we need to give them more chance, more space, and you know what? English is for us second language. In international first language, definitely. But this is different language. Our mother language, Indonesian Bahasa. So definitely your student need time. Don't be forced. Just have a fun and give them time, inshallah.
Okay, I think enough our podcast today. Thank you so much for your attention. Don't forget watching again our podcast next. From me, Ma'am Solihati or Ma'am Icha, and then Rana. Yes, thank you so much to give me the opportunity like this. Yeah. So I hope we are responsible, and even parents more responsible, because your kids in school only 4 or 5 hours. After kids with you, so your kids your future, and your future is your hand. If you want your kid become a doctor, become an engineer, so now today you have time to open your eyes. So I hope you will understand. Okay, that's closing for our topic today from podcast MIMNU Pucang Mister Nazaket. See you, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.